Namas Sarvebhyaha, Sarvesham Hardam Swagatam. We'll start the class by chanting the Pratna Shlokas. Krishno Rakshatu Manchara Chara Guruhu Krishna Namasyamyaham Krishne Namara Shatravo Vinikataha Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha Krishna Deva Samutthidam Jagadidam Krishnasya Dasosmyaham Krishne Bhaktirajangalastu Bhagavan He Krishna Tubhyan Namaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraika Panaye Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Gita Mrtaduhe Namaha Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsa Chanura Martanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnau Vande Jagat Gurum Sarvesham Punaswagatam.
Om Shri.Seetharaman.S Namaha Atha Panchadashodhyayah Purushottama Yogaha Shri Bhagavanuvacha Urdhvamulamadash-shakam Ashwatham Prahuravyayam Chandamsi yasya parnani Yatsau Veda Savedavit Adhashchodvam prasutastasya shakhaha Gunah pravriddha Vishaya pravala Adhashamulanyana santatani Karmanu bandini manushya-loke Narupamasyeha tatopalabhyate Nanto na chadirna cha sampratishta Ashwattamenam visuvirudhamulam Asanga-shastrena dridena chitva Tatah padam tatparimargitavyam Yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuyah Tameva chadyam purusham prabadhe Yattah pravrutti prasuta purani Nirmana mohajita sangadoshaha Adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha Dvandvai vimukta sukha dukkha sanyaihi Gacchanta muda padamavyyantate Natadbhasayate suryaha Nasashanko na pavakaha Yadgatva na nivartante Tadhama paramam mama Mamaivamsho jiva loke Jiva bhutas sanatanaha Manashashtani indriyani Prakritisthani karshati Sharirya yadavapnoti Yachapyutramati ishwaraha Grishitvaitani sayyati Vayurganthani vashayat Chotrang chakshusparshanancha Rasananghranameva Adhishtaya manaschayam Vishayanupasevate Utkramantam sitau vapi Punjanau va gunanvitam Vimudhananupashyanti Pashyanti jnana chakshushaha Yatanto yoginaschainam Pashyantyatmanyavasthitam Yatanto pyakrutatmanaha Nainam pashyanta chetasaha Yadadityagatan tejaha Jagadbhasayate khilam Yaschandramasi yachchagnau Tattejo vidhi mamakam Kama vishyacha bhutani Dharayam mahamojasa Ushnami chaushadhi sarvaha Somo bhutva rasatmakaha Ahau vaishvanaro bhutva Praninan dehamashvitaha Pranapana samayuktaha Pacham yanyan chaturvidham Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha Matta smriti jnana mahopanancha Vedyaischa sarvairahameva vedyah Vedanta Krutveda Videva Chaham Swamimau Purushau Loke Sharakshakshara Eva Cha Shara Sarvani Bhutani Kutastokshara Ujjate Uttama Purushastvanyah Paramatmetyudahritah Yo Lokatrayamavishya Vibhartyatvaya Ishwarah Yasmaksharamati Aksharaadapi Chottamah Atosmi Loke Vedescha Pratitah Purushottamah Yo Mamevamasammudha Janati Purushottamam Sasarvavida Bhajati Mam Sarvabhavena Bharata Iti Gukhyatamam Shastram Idamuktam Maya Nagha Etad Buddha Buddhimansya Kritakrtascha Bharata Om Tatsaditi Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyaya Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Sauvade Purushottama Yogo Nama Panchadashodhyayah.
Uttamani. Dhanyavadaha. We'll continue with the Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Arjuna asks a pertinent question whether if somebody doesn't follow or doesn't know about the scriptures, the scriptural provisions, and doesn't follow the scriptures and acts according to his faith, his Shraddha. So whether it will be Sattvic, Rajasic or Tamasic, how it will be? That is the question Arjuna is asking. So Bhagavan is replying that depends, his Shraddha depends on his Swabhava or nature. What is his nature? That nature itself will depend on so many things, prejudices, biases, beliefs, customs, traditions, all that. Based on that, there will be a particular kind of Swabhava nature in a particular person. It will vary from people to people. So when we meet people, we should know that they are all coming from such background. So they cannot be having the same opinion as we have. So we should be ready for that, that we should appreciate their bringing up, their coming up, and their prejudices, their traditions, etc. So that is what we have to be careful. And this nature and Swabhava is inherent in a man, in the person. So that will reflect in all his actions. But he doesn't know that such things are inside in him. He is not aware of that unless he is very much observant of his own actions. So Bhagavan is continuing in that direction. So we'll continue with the fourth sloka. Yajante satvika devan yaksharaksham rajasaha pretan bhutaganam shchanye yajante tamasa janaha. So Bhagavan says, people with good disposition, they will mingle with people of their own kind. They will not go and mingle with people who are very outwardly showing off and all that. They will not mingle with them. Similarly, natural that good will associate with the good and the bad with bad. So the classification here is based on the realm of worship, on the basis of worship. Whom do they worship? Yajante Satvika Devan. So the Satvika group takes the adoration of the Paramatman, whose representations are Shiva, Vishnu, or Ganapati, or that kind of Devas. So they'll be worshipping those Devas. Whereas Rajasic people, they will be worshipping the Yakshas, or the those kind of spirits for materialistic purpose. Whereas our Sattviga people will be mainly worshipping for liberation, moksha, etc. Whereas our Rajasic people will be worshipping very, especially for materialistic benefits. And the Pretan Bhuta Ganam Chanye. So the other people, Tamasika people, Tamasa, they will worship ghosts and demons, that kind of people. So that is their disposition, that their belief is that. So they worship the deity that delights them. But mainly Tamasic people worship them mainly for hurting others or teasing other people. That is their mental this disposition. So they'll be doing for that purpose, worshipping the pretas and ghosts and demons for that purpose. So here Bhagavan says, the attitude with which we perform our actions is equally important as the action itself. Suppose there are three people going to a temple. So one person will be worshipping for moksha or higher state will be worshipping. The second person will be worshipping for some materialistic benefits, like he wants a promotion or he wants to get his daughter married or something like that. He prays for that. The third person will be worshipping for something that he is a businessman, so he wants to say competent, or the contestants or the other people in his trade should not get the benefit. He should get the benefit. They should be destroyed. That kind of intention is there in him. But all the three people are going to temple, but their intentions are different. So that's what distinguishes them. So analyzing our actions is not as easy as observing what we do. Just because three people are going to temple, we cannot say what is the actual purpose, or we cannot analyze them. They are all going, all are going to temple, but why they go to temple? We need to note our attitude behind our actions. Our nature, Swabhava, determines our attitude. So the innate Swabhava in us, that will determine our attitude and our actions. To uncover the texture of our faith, what is the kind of faith we have, we need to uncover our attitudes and motivations, which require high degree of awareness. We need to be aware why we are doing this. Why are we going to temples, or what for are we doing this puja? We should analyze ourselves. We should be aware of what we are doing. To get better, to do so, Sri Krishna covers the gamut of actions. He takes a few actions so that we can practice observing our attitude as well as our actions. Observe what we do and why we do it. He takes three, four examples and gives us an indication of how it can be done, how we can analyze ourselves, and so that we'll know our nature, our own nature. That is what Bhagavan is intending by this. We'll continue.
Padma Vishwanathan Bhagini.
Yajante satvika devan.
Yajante satvika devan. Yajante satvika devan.
Yaksharakshamsi rajasaha.
Yaksharakshamsi sarajasaha. Yaksharakshamsi rajasaha.
Pretan bhutaganam chanye.
Pretan bhutaganam chanye. Pretan bhutaganam chanye.
Yajante tamasa janaha.
Yajante tamasa janaha. Yajante tamasa janaha.
Uttam vachana.
Vatsala Bhagini.
Yajante satvika devan.
Yajante satvika devan. Yajante satvika devan.
Yaksharakshamsi rajasaha.
Yaksharakshamsi rajasaha. Yaksharakshamsi rajasaha.
Pretan bhutaganam chanye.
Pretan bhutaganan chanye. Pretan bhutaganan chanye.
Gana bhutaganam chanye.
Bhutaganan chanye.
Ganam is there. Ganam chanye.
Ganam. प्रेतान् भूतगणां चान्ये
यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
यजन्ते तामसा जनाः यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
उत्तमम्
Bholap Mahodaya.
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः
प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
उत्तमं गच्छामि
धन्यवादः
Nagamani Bhagini.
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः
प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
उत्तमम्
धन्यवादः महोदय
Lakshmi Kiran Bhagini.
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
उत्तमम्
Sapna Bhagini.
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
उत्तमम् So the one continue. So generally Sattviga men are few in number. Sattviga men, others are in majority, Rajasic and Tamasic. So Bhagavan is giving their ways. Ashastra vihitam ghoram tapyante ye tapo janaha dambahankara sayyuktaha kamaraga balanvitaha. So Bhagavan is giving a warning before going into the topic of faith. That is, before going to the topic of faith, is giving a warning. So warning is very simple. People abuse ashastra vihitam ghoram. So people abuse, torture themselves or others in the name of devotion, and physically as well as mentally. We need to stay away from such people. If we have been misguided, immediately stop. So here, what is who practice violent austerities, not enjoined by scriptures. Ashastra vihitam. They are not, I mean, the shastras never tell you to torture yourself bodily or mentally. So they are not at all provided in the scriptures. These people, they dambahankara sayuktaha. They by egoism and given to hypocrisy and egoism and impelled by the force of lust and attachment. Kama raga balanvitaha. So based on that, these people do many torture themselves and torture others. Because this is not at all mentioned in scriptures. So ashastra vihitam. So if you have been misguided, immediately stop. Torture could be denying food, water that affects health, and poking and prodding with pins and needles, not sanctioned by scriptures at all. So why should someone perform such painful austerities? Bhagavan says many of these people have misguided pride about body-oriented feet, walking on hot charcoal, such body-oriented feet they want to show off. And these people, they misguided people, and they want ostentation, they want to show off, and they want to show off their capability of their feet. Some others do fasting without taking health into consideration. They do not gain their result, end up harming themselves as well as others. So this is what Bhagavan is very clearly told. There is nothing in scriptures, don't prescribe those things. It is not given in scriptures. So these people do act ashastra vihitam, and also based on hypocrisy and pride, they do many bodily feats. They fast, and such things they do. It's not prescribed in scriptures. It will not, anything that affects health is not prescribed, because Bhagavan himself is resident in the body. Body is a temple. So we should, at any time, we should not torture the body. This is what Bhagavan says in this. So it's a warning before taking up these things. Bhagavan is warning others. Everybody will continue.
Vinoda Bhagini.
Ashastra vihitam ghoram.
Ashastra vihitam ghoram. Ashastra vihitam ghoram.
Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Tapyante ye tapo janaha. Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Dambhahankara sayuktaha.
Dambhahankara sanyuktaha. Dambhahankara sanyuktaha.
Kamaraga balanvitaha.
Kamaraga balanvitaha. Kamaraga balanvitaha.
Uttam.
Anita Bhagini.
Ashastra vihitam ghoram.
Anita Bhagini.
Krishna. Asastram vihitam ghoram. Asastram vihitam ghoram.
Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Tapyante ye tapo janaha. Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Dambhahankara sayuktaha.
Dampahakara samyuktaha. Dampahakara samyuktaha.
Kamaraga balanvitaha.
Kamuraga balanvitaha. Kamuraga balanvitaha.
Uttam. Dhanyavadaha.
Hare Krishna.
Padma Jagan Bhagini.
Ashastra vihitam ghoram. Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Ashastra vihitam ghoram. Tapyante ye tapo janaha. Ashastra vihitam ghoram. Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Dambhahankara sayuktaha. Kamaraga balanvitaha.
Dambhahankara sayuktaha. Kamaraga balanvitaha. Dambhahankara sayuktaha. Kamaraga balanvitaha.
Anasuya Bhagini.
Ashastra vihitam ghoram. Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Ashastra vihitam ghoram. Tapyante ye tapo janaha. Ashastra vihitam ghoram. Tapyante ye tapo janaha.
Dambhahankara sayuktaha. Kamaraga balanvitaha.
दम्भाहङ्कारसंयुक्ताः कामरागबलान्विताः दम्भाहङ्कारसंयुक्ताः
Dambha ahankara. Dambha ahankara.
दम्भाहङ्कारसंयुक्ताः कामरागबलान्विताः
Uttam.
धन्यवादः महोदय
Raghunath Mahodaya.
Ashastra vihitam ghoram tapyante ye tapo janaha dambha hankara sayuktaha kamaraga balanvitaha.
अशास्त्रविहितं घोरं तप्यन्ते ये तपो जनाः दम्भाहङ्कारसंयुक्ताः कामरागबलान्विताः
Uttam.
Lakshmi H.S. Bhagini.
अशास्त्रविहितं घोरं तप्यन्ते ये तपो जनाः दम्भाहङ्कारसंयुक्ताः कामरागबलान्विताः
Uttam. Continue. So Bhagavan again continues to tell that Karshayantas sharirastham bhutagramamachetasaka manchaivantas sharirastham tan vidhyasura-nishchayan. Here, Karshayanta is there. In my book, it is Karshayanta. Karshayanta is there. I think in your books, it may be Karshayanta.
Yes, Mahoday, Karshayanta only.
Karshayanta. It's Karshayanta. Karshayanta.
Yantash.
Karshayanta. Torturing. That is the meaning of that. Karshayanta. You will correct this if it is Karshayanta sharirastham bhutagramamachetasaka manchaivanta sharirastham tan vidhyasura-nishchayan. So here Bhagavan says, fools they are. That is, they torture their bodily organs. Sharirastham bhutagramamachetasaka. They torture their bodily organs and me too, who dwell within the body. They torture their body and they torture Bhagavan also, who is in their body. So know that they are asurika in their resolve. They are asurika. They are asuras type. Tan vidhyasura-nishchayan. Surely they are asurikas. Those who torture their body as well as the Bhagavan who is residing in their body, they are asurikas only. So people practice terrible austerities in the name of worship. Those who torture their mind and body in the name of austerity and are weakening the elements or the organs in their body. Nowhere scriptures ask us to harm our body. He says that such people are hurting Ishvara himself. Because in the 9th chapter, we saw Ishvara dwells in all of us as the Sakshi. So the witness of our thoughts and actions. So Sri Krishna calls such people Achetasaha, meaning, you see, Achetasaha. That means ignorant. They are ignorant. Or even unconscious or don't care, that sort of people. They choose to ignore Ishvara's teaching in the form of scriptures. These people don't follow scriptures. So they are thinking according to their own faith, they are doing the actions. So they have Ishvara's teaching is there in the scriptures. They don't follow scriptures. They don't have faith in any ideal except their own preservation. That's all they have belief. Driven by egoism and desire. Their plans, resolves will be asuric or devilish, as explained by the previous chapter. In the previous chapter, we have seen how these demoniac people, how they behave. We have seen extensively, we have seen. So this will be like that. So warning is clear. As we are analyzing our faith, we should not emulate these people, stay away from them. So don't give any party to this. This is not at all enjoined in the scriptures. So we should not torture body of ours as well as others, because Bhagavan is there. Always remember that Bhagavan is there as a Sakshi, so that we will not go to extreme steps. We'll continue.
Nagamani Bhagini.
Arshayanta sharirastam.
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम् कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम्
भूतग्राममचेतसः
भूतग्राममचेतसः भूतग्राममचेतसः
माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम्
माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम् माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम्
तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान् तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान् धन्यवादः महोदय
Malini Bhagini.
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम्
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम् कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम्
भूतग्राममचेतसः
भूतग्राममचेतसः भूतग्राममचेतसः
माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम्
माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम् माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम्
तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान् तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
Lakshmi Kiran Bhagini.
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम् भूतग्राममचेतसः
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं भूतग्राममचेतसः कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं भूतग्राममचेतसः
माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम् तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थं तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान् माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थं तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
Rema Shriram Bhagini.
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम् भूतग्राममचेतसः
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं भूतग्राममचेतसः कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं भूतग्राममचेतसः
माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम् तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
आञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थं तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान् माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थं तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्.
Mahodaya, can we get the Sandhi Vichhed of this word? Tan Vidya.
Kanchana Bhagini.
I will tell you. I'll tell you. कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम् भूतग्राममचेतसः माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम् तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम् भूतग्राममचेतसः माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम् तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्.
Raghunath Mahodaya.
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम् भूतग्राममचेतसः माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थम् Tan Vidhyasura Nischayan. Nischayan.
Okay. We'll continue next sloka. Aharastvapi sarvasya tribitho bhavati priyaha yajastapastatha danam tesham bhedamimam shrinu. Here bhavati priyaha. There is a titvam here. Bhavati priyaha. So the food also that is dear to all of us. Bhavati priyaha. Sarvasya bhavati priyaha. Food also dear to all is of three kinds. So are the yajnas, yajnaha, tapaha, and tatha danam. Yajnas, tapas, tatha danam. Tesham bheda mimam shrunu. That is here now the distinction of these four aspects. That is aharam, yajnaha, tapaha, and dana. These four things. So Bhagavan says, Sri Krishna now explains the method by which we can analyze the nature of our faith. The principle here is to assess the attitude with which we perform actions. The type of attitude maintained while performing an action will reveal whether our faith is sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic. The attitude will determine whether our attitude is sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic. Sri Krishna covers the entire spectrum of actions performed by us with just four categories. Our intake of food, sacrifice, that is yajnaha, and tapam, penance or austerity, and danam, charity. To better understand these categories, we need to understand the underlying symbolic meaning of these four aspects. Yajna, already seen in Karma Yoga, it refers to any action or transaction with another person or object while adhering to our duty. While doing our duty, how we interact with the others. Any activity that you are doing, how you interact with others. So that is yajna. For example, if you are in a bank clerk or somebody, so you will do the bank work, and beyond that, you do your duty. That's all. That your what you are doing is as a yajna. You are fully concentrated on the bank work, nothing else. So that kind of yajna, and then tapas, penance, by which we conserve energy needed to perform our duties. How can we perform duties without break? So for that, we should keep our body in condition. Otherwise, we will miss our actions. We will not be able to do our work, our yajna. So we should keep our bodies well. That is very, very important to do, because if you want to do yajna, if you want to serve others, you should have a good body or without any problem. So that you should maintain. And danam refers to charity or donation of excess wealth accumulated while performing duties. While performing the duties, you have acquired wealth. By right means, you have acquired wealth, and that you are distributing to others. So it helps to reduce the level of lobha or greed in you. Suppose you give whatever you have earned rightfully, you give, then you will not be feeling, you will not be having the greed for acquiring more and more wealth. You are giving away. So these are the three here. And here, the food, which is given, the food or ahara is given its own, it's a separate category. So it is different from, it is different than sacrifice, penance, austerity, and that. So because an action performed, that is for feeding the body, gives instant result. That if you are feeding, if you take ahara, it gives instant result. You get fill, you satisfy your hunger. So it gives an instant result to you. Other type of actions gives results much later. That is, you doing yajna or you doing tapas or something, that gives results later. It is gradual, whereas this is instant. So, result of feeding our body is restricted to the body, not to anything or anyone else. If we take food, it will affect us only. It is not affecting others. If we take food, others' hunger will not be solved. We will fulfill our hunger. So it will affect us only, taking food. That is why people who are very diligent in their duties can become lax in their dietary habits. So they will become loose in their dietary habits, and they will take whatever food is available or something like that. So, but they will be very alert in other things, but they will become lax because that is affecting them only. That will not affect others. So when it affects them only, they will become a bit relaxed on that. So food is as analysis. We are going to do how we analyze the food itself in greater detail in the coming sloka. Each of these things we'll analyze: ahara, food, yajna, as well as tapa, as well as dhanam. These four aspects we will analyze in greater detail the coming slokas. We'll continue.
Malini Bhagini.
Aharastvapi sarvasya.
Aharastvapi sarvasya. Aharastvapi sarvasya.
Trividho bhavati priyaha.
Trivido bhavati priyaha. Trivido bhavati priyaha.
Yajnastapas tatha dhanam.
Yajnastapas
tatha dhanam.
Yajnastapas tatha dhanam. Yajnastapas tatha dhanam.
Tesham bhedamimam shrunu.
Tesham bedamimam shrunu. Tesham bedamimam shrunu.
Bhedam. Tesham bhedamimam shrunu.
Tesham bedamimam shrunu.
Devi Chitra Bhagini.
Aharastvapi sarvasya.
Akarasvabi sarvasya. Akarasvabi sarvasya.
Trividho bhavati priyaha.
Trividho bhavati priyaha. Trividho bhavati priyaha.
Yajnastapas tatha dhanam.
Yajnastapas tatha dhanam. Yajnastapas tatha dhanam.
Tesham bhedamimam shrinu.
Tesham bhedamimam shrunu. Tesham bhedamimam shrunu.
Pushpa Bhagini.
Aharastvapi sarvasya. Trividho bhavati priyaha.
Aharastvi sarvas. Aharastvapi sarvasya. Trividho bhavati priyaha. Aharastvapi sarvasya. Trividho bhavati priyaha.
Yajnastapas tatha dhanam. Tesham bhedamimam shrinu.
Yajnastapas tatha dhanam. Tesham bhedamimam shrunu. Yajnastapas tatha dhanam. Tesham bhedamimam shrunu.
Padma Vishwanathan Bhagini.
Aharastvapi sarvasya. Trividho bhavati priyaha.
आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः
Yajnastapas tatha dhanam. Tesham bhedamimam shrinu.
यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु
Vinoda Bhagini.
Aharastvapi sarvasya trividho bhavati priyaha yajnastapastatha dhanam tesham bhedamimam shrinu.
आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु.
Uttam.
Anasuya Bhagini.
आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु.
Uttam.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
Then the three kinds of food, Bhagavan is explaining the three kinds of food. So here, this thing should be chanted once. The padas should be combined here, these two padas. Ayus sattva bala rogya sukha priti vivardhanaha. Because this is sattva, bala, arogya, sukha, priti. They all are a kind of food description. So it all together it will come. Ayus sattva bala rogya sukha priti vivardhanaha. Rasya snigdha sthira hridyaha ahara sattvika priyaha. So Bhagavan is telling about the three kinds of food. Bhagavan is telling. So the three kinds of food. So the foods that augment or improve vitality, energy, ayuhu, that is the vitality, energy, sattvam, purity, balam, health, joy, preeti, that is joy, and cheerfulness, vivardhanaha. So the food that will improve or advance your vitality, your energy, etc. And they will be, which are savory, rasya, snigdha, that is oily and not much oily things, greasy, and substantial, sthira, kritya, agreeable, are liked by sattvikas. Ahara, sattvika priya. So such food is liked by sattvika priyas. So here the Upanishads say that the food we eat is divided into three parts. Majority is rejected by the body. The second part is used to build bones, muscles, skin, organs, and so on. The third part, most subtle part goes into our antahkarana. That is our intellectual mind, senses, and all that. It goes to a small part, go to those mind, chitta, and all that. So food that we take impacts our personality in a multitude of ways. The type of food that we eat can point to the texture of our faith, our Shraddha. He lists the characteristics of the food consumed by a sattvic person. Sattvic food promotes longevity, quality of thoughts, improves strength, health, then the nutrition, essential nutrition to the body, etc. All this it provides happiness while eating and joy after having eaten. That is, while eating you feel joy, and after having eaten you will happiness, and after eating you will feel joy. No regrets while eating or after eating. So that kind of food is sattvika food. No regrets while eating or after eating. The taste of sattvic food is juicy, like a fruit, succulent fruit. It is not dry, just right amount of fat and oil, like almonds, and long-term benefits to the body. It is kritya. Kritya means krityaha. It is pleasant. No special taste required, as it is agreeable to all. And another meaning of kritya is it's medicinal. So food is medicine. Our ancestors used to say food is medicine. So food can be digested easily and can help in the healing process. So that kind of food is sattvika food, and people of sattvika nature are attracted to this kind of, they want this kind of food. So this is one kind. So we continue.
Varalakshmi Bhagini.
Ayu sattva bala rogya sukha priti vivardhanaha.
आयु सत्व बलो रोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्तनाः आयु सत्व बलो रोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्तनाः
Ayu sattva bala rogya, bala arogya sukha priti vivardhanaha.
आयु सत्व बल रोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्तनाः.
Continuously, don't break here. Sukha priti like that. Ayu sattva bala rogya sukha priti vivardhana.
Okay, आयु सत्व बल रोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्तनाः.
Sukha priti, because there is a ditvam here. You see, Hrasva followed by Samitakshara. Sukha priti vivardhanaha.
आयु सत्व बल रोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्तनाः.
Rasya snigdha stira hridyaha.
रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः. रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः.
Snigdaha, snigdaha.
स्निग्धाः
Snigdaha.
स्निग्धाः
Stira. You see, this is for this visarga and this followed by sa. Stira. That is for that. Don't confuse this.
Okay. Snigdaha. Snigdaha. Rasya snigda stira hridyaha.
Okay. Ahara satvika priyaha.
Ahara satvika priyaha. Ahara satvika priyaha.
Ahara. Ahara. Dikha is there. Ahara satvika priyaha.
Ahara satvika priyaha. Ahara satvika priyaha.
So this all this is that is above it is for the visarga. Instead of visarga, chant this. Instead of visarga, chant this. So here also. Ayus sattva. Ayus sattva balaro. Continue.
आयु सत्व बल रोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्तनाः. रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः. आहार सात्विका प्रियाः.
Uttam. Continue.
Sorry, Pushpa Bhagini.
Ayus sattva balarogya sukha priti vivardhanaha.
आयु सत्व बल रोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्धना. आयु सत्व बल रोग सुख प्रीति विवर्धनाः.
Not roga. Rogya. Arogya.
रोग्य. आयु सत्व बल रोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्धनाः.
Ma'am, listen. Ma'am, listen. Ayus sattva bala rogya sukha priti vivardhanaha.
आयु सत्व बल रोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्धनाः.
Sukha priti, not priti is not there. Sukha priti vivardhanaha.
Sukha priti, okay. Sukha priti vivardhanaha. Okay, rasva here. Okay.
Okay. Rasya snigdha sthira hridyaha. Ahara satvika priyaha.
Rasya snigdha sthira hridyaha. Ahara satvika priyaha. Yes, rasya snigdha sthira hridyaha. Ahara satvika priyaha.
Ahara is there, ma'am. Ahara is there.
Ahara satvika priyaha.
उत्तम उत्तम
Padma Jagan Bhagini.
आयुस्सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः
आयुस्सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः आयुस्सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः
No pause here. Balarogya. Continuous.
Okay. आयुस्सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः
उत्तम रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः आहारा सात्विकप्रियाः
रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः आहारा सात्विकप्रियाः रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः आहारा सात्विकप्रियाः
उत्तम
Bholap Mahodaya.
आयुस्सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः आहारा सात्विकप्रियाः
आयुस्सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः रस्यास्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः आहारा सात्विकप्रियाः
उत्तम
Hema Bhagini.
धन्यवाद
आयुस्सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः आहारा सात्विकप्रियाः
उत्तम
Sapna Bhagini.
आयुस्सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः आहारा सात्विकप्रियाः
उत्तम I'll chant the four slokas. यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः अशास्त्रविहितं घोरं तप्यन्ते ये तपो जनाः दम्भाहङ्कारसंयुक्ताः कामरागबलान्विताः कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं भूतग्राममचेतसः माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थं तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान् आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु आयुस्सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्याः आहारा सात्विकप्रियाः समापयामः we conclude शांति मंत्र ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति शांति शांतिः धन्यवादः पुनर्मिलामः राम 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 धन्यवादः
धन्यवादः महोदय।